I see that it airs nonstop on what
CNBC. It airs nonstop.
It's like
first runs are on ABC because it's an ABC show.
It is ABC.
A lot of people even think it's a CNBC show.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But it is one of those things where if I walk in the room and like someone's in the middle of their pitch, I'll be like, let's see what this guy's got. And I'm just like, I just want to see what it is. And the funny thing is, there's almost like something familiar to American Idol in the early days. When American Idol started, you're like, let's see if this dude can sing.
Yeah.
And then if they can sing, you're like, holy shit, they can sing. And if they're whack as fuck, you're like, oh my God, you suck. And so it's like that same kind of thing. I don't know, something about the human condition where you go like, I want to see this either way.
Yeah.
I want to see if it's terrible.
I want to see it unfold, yeah.
And see if these guys shit on it, or if they're like, I would like you to give me $5 million for 2% of my company.
Yeah.
See if they're completely delusional. And then it's also inspiring to see somebody with a knock it out of the park product that you guys are like bidding over.
Yeah, you know what? I think that the world falling apart really has made people go back to Shark Tank. Shark Tank came out in 2008 when the world was falling apart.
Wow.
Right?
2008?
Yeah. Yeah, 2008. I think 2008 or maybe 2009. I know we shot it for sure in 2008. And I think that now, as people look at it, they go, man, I was working on somebody else's dream and they just didn't do the right thing and I got to work on my dream. Or somebody goes, you know what, I'm saving 2 or 3 hours round trip a day, not having to go to work. Let me start on some of these things, right? So I think that it's just... It's a show that shows if you're gonna sit there laying on the couch thinking you can't do it and you're seeing other people do it, you go, all right, it's time for me to do it.
It's time for me to do it.
Yeah. And then it's also the ones you hate people too, because it also has gotten to the point where you do see I need $400,000 for 2%. Yeah. And I always say, well, fuck it, why don't you just make it 0%? I mean, we're only 2 points away from zero. Why don't I just give you $400,000, right?
Give you a donation,
what's wrong
man?
with you? You know what I mean? You come in here to just get a commercial. You just don't want a deal, right?
Right.
And so you get that discovery because sometimes they don't want a deal and you're at home going, oh, these persons are savage. But then sometimes, you see it move from the 2 to 15. You go, oh, they do it. So it's really interesting to try to sniff out that person when they're looking for that money.
And it's interesting though too. I think like it's what you're pointing out is that you guys are all experienced business people.
Yeah.
And you can see sometimes you see somebody walk in from your home. You can be like, this person's nervous. They've never been in this world.
Correct.
They think they're doing something like ballsy by being like 2%.
Yeah.
I think that's like an aggressive move, and they don't know that it's like delusional and insulting, basically.
I gotta tell you what I think about it. You come in asking to give up 2% for whatever $200,000-$300,000, right? $400,000. It's a couple of things. Either you don't want a deal, either you raise so much capital that you only probably have 10% to play with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or it means that you're hemorrhaging. The business is doing a large amount of money, but there's no profits in the business. You're still trying to get money in. Where'd the profit go? You're either not selling it high enough, or you guys have made a lot of mistakes, or you're sucking the business dry of its money and you're looking to use my money. Those are all the reasons for me. You know what I mean? And then the worst part is they go, all right, I'll give you the money for the 2%. And they go, all right, so we need you to make some calls. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm working now for the 2%.
Oh, right. Yeah.
If I send my money over to Apple, they don't dust Steve Jobs off and call me and ask me how to fix some shit. Why am I going to give you money and then I got to work for it?
No.
So, but I don't know you when you come on the show. You've seen me for 13 years, or you at least did your homework and said, let me go over some of this before I walk in the room.
Yeah.
So you can tell that I get passionate about it because these people are idiots or whatever, but that comes across on the camera when you see us pissed off.
Sure.
And a lot of times people say to me, Daymond, how dare you? You told somebody, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to make a decision on what you're doing. That pitch was 45 minutes long. I've been offering this asshole $500,000 for the last half an hour, and you're not paying attention to me.
Right.
I mean,
No, I like it. I like you being this fired up.
So
I actually had an opportunity one time where I'll tell you off camera, a company that is a clothing company, right? A smaller clothing company. And I went to their offices and I really liked their stuff and I liked what they were doing. And they asked me if I wanted to be an investor. And I got excited because, I mean, it's just like that world of like, oh, an investment in a company. I got really excited. So I told my business managers, I think I want to do this. And they'd go, well, we're going to ask for their, their
due diligence.
And send over. And they sent over all the numbers. And then they basically broke it down, evaluated it for me. And they go, you don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a case of them essentially just looking for money to keep things going.
Yeah.
Right. And at least they were transparent in what was happening. But I was like, I was all bummed out. I was all excited. This was going to be my.
Some people just don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
And they think for some reason, a lot of people don't understand money will highlight your weaknesses too.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a clothing company, but the margins aren't big enough, or you're putting out ads and they're not converting, well, buying more ads, you have more shitty ads that are not converting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of people go, well, if I only get this, No, you have to build a community. And don't go and buy more inventory. You'd rather try to catch up with sales, meaning I don't have enough, come back. And that creates also this whole thing of, oh man, I better buy that shirt now because I'm not going to see it next week. But if you have a ton of shirts, a ton of product, then something's not working.
Right.
And don't spend more money to highlight that weakness.
And then I assume with like some of these investments you make from the show, even though you don't want to be like put to work, you end up being like a mentor of sorts to the people, right?
And I understand that comes with it, but that's why the Sharks ask for, we want to get better treatment than the traditional investor who's just putting in capital, right? Because if we're going to get to work, we're going to call and open up doors for you, then why shouldn't we get preferential treatment for our money?
Yeah, you should be rewarded for
of course, because then why don't I just spend more time on my own damn business?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.